as spherical as possible. Low to the net serve. I think the ball's checked more often by the inspector Dima, probably any player. A very strong use of the long serve into the backhand. Zhuang Zhiyuan keeping the second bounce deep on the table, fast enough for the element of surprise. All it takes is a lukewarm long serve. There's Richard Prowse on the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Former coach, German national team. Look at that receive right down the short side, the white of the line. I think Richard Prowse is now the sports director with the German Association here. And that's what happens when a serve comes long but doesn't surprise the opponent. And the timeout. Rossi or Groskopf in the corner, talking to Dima about what needs to happen here. Again, it comes down to confidence a lot. Dima's changing shirts. Sometimes a dry shirt, a new start. Much like when you get a new haircut, you feel like a different person. Fresher, faster, just ready to take on the world. Sometimes a new shirt has that effect. And Richard Prowse, one of the great brains in the game, is working at WSA's back in Germany now, helping out with the German national team. You'll be able to see him at the World Championships. Used to be playing back in the day, but is quite well known for all the work he's done as a coach, an expert in the game. As far as analytics and insight for tactical play, definitely a guy you want to have in your corner. So we'll see how tactics change for Dima out here, down 0-3. And that receive, what are you going to do? Half long serve, and it's flipped out wide to the forehand. Zhuang Zhiyuan right now unpredictable and unstoppable at the moment. Clever play, long push. Knows he's getting in late, not going to keep the ball short if he tries. Instead breaks the pattern and pushes it deep into the body to rush the shot. And even with that strong backhand over the table, this isn't the first time we've seen it tested where it came right back into play. This is tough coming out of a timeout, still not scoring a point. 3 straight points out of the timeout to add to the 3 points to start it off. 6 in a row for Zhuang Zhiyuan. Oh, difficult ball, high bounce, deep on the table. Now, Zhuang Zhiyuan, not one of the taller players out there. Still isn't going to lose many points this way, but that's the first point for Dima this game. Counterattack, anticipating, hardly any backswing. This is the racket head up trick, just pulling back a little, getting some forward motion through the ball, coming over the top. I have a lot of respect for both of these players. I will say, being a 34-year-old and being the top player in your country for over a decade, not just any country, but Chinese Taipei and Taiwan right now. Unbelievable performance, stepping into a 9-1 lead after the 3-0 lead timeout. Hey, we're on TV. And 10-1. So Zhuang Zhiyuan 1 point away from moving to a 3-1 lead and no timeouts left for Dima. There we go, backhand counter exchange, some power and pace. As threatening as the forehand and backhand have been from Dima, just feel like we haven't seen many rallies where he's gotten them in. Another example of a well-placed serve. Quick game, 11-2. Zhuang Zhiyuan moving to a 3-1 lead. And the crowd is going to be hoping and rooting for their player, Dmitry Ovtcharov, to come back. We'll see what happens. Game 5 coming up just after.